If he goes to the loo, just follow him. Good day and welcome to the inaugural, I don't know if you pronounce it that way, first episode of our newly created podcast, RBLE Global Tracks, coming to you from Leipzig, from two people who live and were born in Leipzig and just follow everything around the football club RB Leipzig. We designed this podcast to reach out to anyone who speaks German, not as perfect as we do, but better than we speak English. I don't know if that makes sense, but we would just like to reach out to the international football community, bring everything around RB Leipzig a little bit closer to you. We source German news media, German social media, and tell you a little bit of how the feeling is in our city. So this podcast is brought to you by Richard. Hello, Richard.
Hey, Mario.
Hey, Richard. Thank you for joining me and myself, Mario. And we hope to come to you every week and talk a little bit about RB Leipzig. But last but not least, we would really be grateful to hear from you. Just get involved, send us an email. The email address will be in the show notes. And at some point, we'll be on the dreaded social media as well. So lots of ways to reach out to us, but let's get going for tonight, because tonight we'd like to talk about two things mainly. First of all, we have some key takeaways from the previous match at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Mainly, we would like to tell you why we have such great goalies and we think they should be running for president in Germany. No, not really. But also, we would like to tell Timo Werner that he should stop behaving like a diva. And last but not least, I think, it's about time to beat Bayern Munich convincingly on Saturday. Richard may be of different opinion, but we can discuss this later. So, Richard, let's get started with the key takeaways from the last Bundesliga match. What is your takeaway?
Let's go. My takeaway is we have really, really great goalkeepers. Janis who stepped in after this injury. Pete suffered last season, and I think, in my opinion, he had tremendous games and saved a lot of points for us. Had really nice saves against crossers on the breakaways. And I looked some numbers. I dived into the stats department.
This is your passion. I know.
I know. The numbers and me. That's always love. And I dived deep into the goalie stats, and I found some really, really nice stats that emphasizes my point here. So
now, what would that be, Richard?
Okay. Do you know the PSXG plus minus value?
To be honest, I have no bloody clue what that is. I'm struggling with X goals.
Okay, it's got something to do. It's similar to X goals. So like in the meaning of goalkeeping values, it's the X goals you should have received. So the goals against
conceded. Okay,
conceded, right? And it's the differential to the shots you saved.
Okay, good. I get that, I think.
Okay, so the higher the higher the number is, the higher the value is. Either way, the more lucky you are, or the better keeper you are.
I like that.
Either way, and
unlucky.
There are three keepers in the Bundesliga that are on top in this value in the first 5 games.
Okay, who would that be?
Surprisingly, it's the 2 keepers that joined our national team in the matches and in the recent matches against Japan and France. So it's Kevin Trapp and Oliver Baumann.
Okay.
And the third one is Janis Blaswig. Of course.
I forgot the drum roll, but hey, Janis Blaswig, can you believe it?
Okay, so Baumann got plus 2.8. So that means he should have 2.8 more goals against than he actually have. Plus he has plus 1.6 and Kevin Trapp plus 1.5. And another value I found was that It's a stat that shows how good crossers are stopped by the goalie. And Leipzig leads that trio with 10.4% stop crossers, over 5.1 by Trapp and 5.0 by Baumann, respectively.
Wow.
Okay, to be fair, the sample size isn't big with only 5 games played into the season so far. But if you look at those values from the last season, Leipzig leads the mentioned PSXG plus minus category in comparison to the other two, and is second best in stopping crosses. So,
excellent.
So yes, I do believe Janis is a better keeper than Trapp, and comes my bold prediction. Leipzig will be in the national team roster in next year's Euro 2024.
Wow, can you believe that? I'm not really sure if I see that. He's got the quality, definitely. But Mr. Nagelsmann, do you think he will let him into the squad, or will he stick with Trapp and Baumeister respectively?
So, as I mentioned, I do believe that he will substitute Trapp for Leipzig. Yes,
wonderful. I mean, we hold you to that. We'll see if that really happens. So next European Championship, for those 3 matches that Germany will have, at least. We have a backup goalie of Janis Leipzig. Yeah, I root for that. I'm fine with that. But you know what? My key takeaway is from the last Bundesliga match.
It's got something to do with our top goal scorer.
Fußballgott, as we call him sometimes. There was a long drought for him. He hadn't scored for a long, long time. We hadn't played for a while either. And do I remember it correctly? He came on as a substitute in that game versus Gladbach. I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
in the 17th minute, I think.
See, beats me. And after that beautiful pass from Xavi, it's done perfectly. He took the ball into the box past the goalie, and I thought he stumbled past him, but really from a really tight angle, he did score. And after that, everybody was happy that he scored, and everybody was relieved, and he showed the kind of pace that we were expecting him to actually get that goal. Beautiful and a really important goal to get the win as well. But then he ran towards the corner flag, leaving the team behind and showing some sort of movement and showing, hey, everybody calm down, as if to say, hey, all you critics that have been criticizing me for a long time, do shut up. And excuse my language, please. And in that moment, I thought, that's a little bit rich coming from you, because from what we heard in the media, everybody was supporting him, and you could see how the team reacted. The team ran towards him and smothered him, which they should be doing, and I would have wished he would have turned around after scoring the goal and running towards his teammates to tell him, hey, thank you for all his support. The coach supported him, and I must be the countless of other people. And of course, they would put pressure on him and tell him, okay, the support has gone on for long enough. Please come back with a beautiful performance. And even you have told me all this time, you believe in Timo Werner, for him to come back and be a great asset again for the team. He scores an unbelievable goal in a really tight, from a really tight angle. And then this. So it kind of put me off, Timo Werner, for 2 minutes when I watched that game. And my cry out to Timo is, and excuse my language, fucking hell, stop being a diva. You've done this before. He's a great player. He contributed a lot to Leipzig's success, but he really sacrificed a lot of sympathy if he continues like that. And Timo, you are not Ronaldo, okay? You're not allowed to do that. So that's my key takeaway. And of course, in the last cup game that we had in the first round, he didn't even feature in the squad because he's injured. He's got a back injury. That's what I heard. I hope comes back soon. So Timo, be a team player, keep on scoring, go back to show us all the qualities you can show us, and but behave like a normal player. Come on. Otherwise you should be loaned out.
Bird.
Bird.
What a 2.5 minute rant.
I love it.
No, but
sponsored by.
but I see your point, and I think yes, and even more, it was not just any goal. It was
No,
the one and only in the game-winning goal.
exactly.
One of the more important goals he scored recently.
Yeah.
And so yeah, to me it was also very surprising his reaction after he scored. I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah, to be honest, and I hope the drought doesn't come back, because if he's injured now, he gets out of rhythm. He may not even feature in the starting 11, and it'll take him another 600 to 800 minutes until he scores again. And if he pulls a stunt like this again, then I just think, okay, move on, please. This is not the way to support the whole team or to be grateful. But we're both positive, aren't we? Optimistic, and we do believe in Timo Werner. So he'll come back and he'll keep on scoring. We will need him. We'll definitely need him. So yeah, Richard, these were our key takeaways from the last match. So let's turn our attention to, well, it is the best and it's the most important match we can have in the league. Bayern Munich is coming to town.
The Bundesliga banger.
Bundesliga banger. That top match on Saturday night. Are you going to be there? I'm going to be there. Are you going to be? No,
unfortunately not.
I'm off
because
I feel for you. This is
family duties.
Yeah, family duties. I know what you're talking about. But I'll meet you on Wednesday. So my bold prediction is, hey, we're going to beat Bayern Munich. It's about time, because, the last time we beat them at home, it was really cold. And the coach was Hasenhüttl. Timo Werner was there. And I think Keita was still there as well. And Sandro Wagner, who scored the first goal for Bayern Munich, behaving like a prick as well when he celebrated it. But hey, it was deserved. They turned it around. And do you know why I think we're going to beat them as well?
No, please tell me.
Lots of new players in our squad. They played them in the Super Cup. They don't even know how to lose to Bayern Munich. I know. I admit there's a lot of hope in this, but I'm quite hopeful that we're possibly going to beat them. See, I'm coming down already. So, what is your take on this? What do you think?
Okay, so we beat them already 3-0 in the Super Cup.
Oh yeah,
and that wasn't long ago. And
still somewhere.
But to be fair, Bayern Munich is in a much better shape than they were in the Super Cup game.
Really?
In my opinion, yes. Although they aren't free.
You might be right. They
aren't, but they aren't free from variation in the first weeks into the season. What I mean is, they're struggling here and there a bit. They're struggling to find the pace in the game, and especially in the first half against Manchester United. There was also a lack of creativity.
And why is that? What do you think they were lacking that?
Because Manchester United isn't just some kind of team. Like, this is a Premier League team. It's a top tier team, and they know how to defend their penalty box. So you have to find creative ways. You have to get into your quick game.
Do you think we have players who can do that?
Of course we do. So I think RBL and Bayern Munich as well got their strengths in a moment in their attacking department. So with on our side with Xavi, of course, it's in incredible shape. Give him the ball and he do something useful with it. He always put somehow the rabbit out of the hat and sees players around him very quickly, got off his passes and score goals. Wow! I'm really impressed, and I hope that we will have him longer. And he makes play around him better, I think. So Xavi in our attacking department with Openda and Forsberg and likely Šeško, I think that's going to be a huge exercise for the Bayern defenders, because look at the other side. Bayern Munich got their backs Upamecano, Kim, and De Ligt, but De Ligt won't be able to play because he's injured. So the center backs are going to be Upamecano and Kim, and they were how to say this in English? They weren't quite comfortably to participate in the training. So Germany would say angeschlagen. I don't know what this is in English. And they
maybe slightly injured or not fully
injured,
fit.
Not fully
Recovered from whatever they had.
Yeah. So we will see how that will work out on Saturday.
Not match fit.
And they are lacking on the left wing back.
Okay, so how are they gonna deal with that?
I think they will place Leimer there, and in my opinion,
our old Conny Leimer.
Yeah, Conny Leimer, left defender. In my opinion, he's not. In my opinion, he's a clear central midfielder with more defense strength than offense, and so that's why I believe we will have chances to stressing them, to cause chaos, and by running and chasing the ball relentlessly and deep in enemy territory.
But what about our defense? I mean, we're missing some key players, aren't we?
It's similar. In my opinion, it's similar. So Orban, of course, is not there. Klostermann is back from an injury. And the only safe spot is Shima Khan, who's quite well in shape. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And Lukeba in the last games, okay, he played quite good, quite okay. Not top tier wise, but yeah, as you say, it's solid. But our wingbacks, Raum and Benny Henrichs, are, in my opinion, their strengths are in the attacking game.
And they're going to be busy actually defending, aren't they?
They will, and we saw Benny defending Coman in the friendly match Germany against France, and he was struggling. That's why I expect.
Okay,
I expect a shootout. So it would, in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if this game will be a 3-3 draw at the end.
3-3 draw. What about that English bloke? When Tottenham was facing RB Leipzig in the Champions League many years ago, he was injured, so we didn't get to see him. But now he's Harry Kane seems to have found his way in playing at Bayern Munich.
Of course,
he seems to be scoring in every game. So do you think he's going to score in Leipzig as well?
If you let him out of sight for just 1 second, yes.
True.
That's a key to win. I've got 3 keys to win here on my
here we go.
The third one is don't let Kane out of sight, and the other 2
don't let him out of sight. If he goes to the loo, just follow him.
RBL.
It's Bayern. Der aufs Klo geht, gehst du hinterher. So that was the German translation.
Okay. So, okay. 3 keys to win. Don't let Kane out of sight. Avoid them to play into our penalty box.
Okay.
So we have to tackle. We have to win the tackles on the wings, and especially outside the penalty box. Don't let crosses come into our penalty box. And keep the ball outside. Yes, this is the 3 keys.
That's going to be tough. It's going to be really challenging. I think, like always. But I got a good feeling. I think we're going to be lucky this time, and we're going to make fewer mistakes. And we got people who really can take advantage of their chances. So my bold prediction will be 3 Leipzig 3 Munich 1. What do you say? 3-3. You said
3-3 draw.
Okay. Well.
And here comes my lineup prediction.
Okay.
My famous lineup prediction.
Yeah. At some point, we're going to have a jingle for that.
I am 1 out of 1. I'm 1 out of 1 so far. So
die Signify Mannschaftsaufstellung.
Okay, Blaswig, goalkeeper. The defenders Hendricks, Simakon, Klostermann and Raum.
Okay.
Defensive central midfield, Schlager Campo.
Yeah, good.
And offensive department, Xavi, Forsberg, Openda, and Cesco.
So you prefer him to Paulsen?
No, I personally not, but I do believe
it's not about me.
I do believe Rose.
Talking to Marco Rose.
I do believe Rose will. Yeah.
Okay, but to be honest, it sounds feasible to me, and I think that's going to be very competitive. So, just one tip from my side: if you happen to have any tickets, do pitch up early, because there is something called happy hour, and happy hour means that instead you pay for a pint of beer, instead of €5.30, you pay €4.24. So, you know, just fill your boots. But not too much because you want to watch the game.
And do not travel by car.
Don't travel by car.
And bear in mind, it's Kleinmesse.
Oh yeah, we have a little
our fair.
What is this in English? A Kleinmesse.
A fair.
Bloody hell. It's a Rummel. Arcades. Is it arcades? I don't know. Anything.
Yeah, there are roller coasters. And
I'm going to look this up. I used to know. But anyway,
yes. Don't get to the stadium by car. So anyway.
No. Take bicycle's fine. Scooter's fine. On foot is fine. Tram's okay. Helicopter won't work either. So I'm so sorry for your posh ones out there. No, we don't do a helicopter. Anyway, I think that's good enough for the first episode in terms of our key takeaways and our bold prediction for the Bayern Munich game. Thank you for listening throughout the whole episode, whoever still is listening. And as I said, we're really grateful. We'd be looking forward to hear from you as well. And if you like this one, do subscribe to this podcast. We'll be online pretty soon with maybe a recap of the Bayern game and a preview of the Manchester City clash next week, at least at home. So it shouldn't be a 7-0 for Manchester, I hope.
No, we had that already. We don't have to see this. We don't need to see this again.
I don't know.
I want to see new things.
Yeah,
not that same old.
Yeah.
Same old. No,
yeah. I got a new thing for you. Joshko is playing for City. Oh no, I don't want to see that either, but can't be avoided. Anyway, Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Have a great evening, and I shall see you soon. Everyone out there, auf geht's, Leipziger Jungs.